Carrier mission number 4. Alright, bottom corner, so no wait, over here. Alright, just take a few steps and take off. One more. All good. Alright, now let's move toward the civilians. Trajan. Turn around and up you go. Hold on, let me just lower the volume a bit. Right, okay, back to it. So if you just move a bit forward. Alright, there's a heavy rifle. Can you open fire? Oh, that's not fair. You know what? Get back to here and open fire. Suppressed, very good. Alright, keep moving. Find more enemies. One down. Now let's see, where are you? Alright, so looks pretty clear. Doesn't look like there's anyone else over in that direction. We can move a few more tiles, but not much. I think we're already overstaying our welcome here. And there's a rocket. Maybe we can get it. But let's first deal with this one. Salam Horse has a clear line of fire. Nope. Move to here. Alright. That's a miss. Hit. And Talesian, move to okay, move to here, and then to here, and then push over this way. Waste your move, like so. Okay. Exe, don't do anything. Wait for Forgiven to make the attempt first, and down it goes. Alright, let's see, that's... I may be a bit too close to this area. So I'd probably like to check it out before I commit to attacking him. On the other hand, there's really no way for me to check this safely this turn, unless I just run over to here. Yeah, might as well. Get moving. And over here. Looks good. Alright, get back. So, there could be something over here, I suppose, but that's way too far to make a difference. So if you move to here, now there's this tree in the way, but I'm hoping I'll cut it down as I fire, and then the rest, and then the snipers can make the attempt as well. Hopefully don't kill the civilian. Complete miss. Just pull back to here. Now Gdirond and Narwhal are still damaged from their previous engagement. Injured, I guess. Well, we brought down the tree at least, so maybe XZ can do something. Give me a burst. Nope. Alright, I think we're done. No point in continuing this. Get over here, like so. Alright, you. You really should hide, yes. Get back to here. Alright, Reaper. You could probably gun down both the zombie and the Reaper, depending how far it actually traveled. So if you take off again. Well, that's interesting. In any case, Narwhal, get over here. No, you're Narwhal. They're too far, right? We can't. That's a sniper. JK. Yeah, they're way too far. Alright, get to it. Should kill both of them. Okay. Alright, harass us. Take off and have a look over on the other side. Looks like we're in the clear. There could be something inside, I suppose, but even that's too far. I'll wait. I'll wait with that until I clear out these guys. So this is probably the rocket, I can't really tell. If we bring Finish to over here, the Talesian can now move to here. So, the zombie. This guy I don't think is a threat, so I'm not gonna... I wonder if the tractor explodes. We really should get out of the way though. This one can almost certainly come over and attack. So, move. And Forgiven can't attack, that's fine. And Gedirond. Let's have Gunman do it. This should be an easy kill. There we go. And get out. Alright, so what about this guy? The Reaper isn't a problem anymore, I think, as the civilians have moved to the east. It can't get to anything. It'll probably try to move into the building, but that's not really my concern. We could attempt to kill it. $57, alright. And if Forgiven could move to say here and fire. Nah, can't fire. How much do you need to get to here? 22. No, you can't do that at all. Alright, get out of the way. Llama Horse, maybe you can do it. Alright, so you need 39, 35, so you can only do a snapshot. Didn't work. Alright. Alright, so J-Can back here. I suppose Trajan can stay out there. Nah, hide. Like so, and Alright, let's get over here. And finish. Let's see if this thing can be blown up. You can hide after that. Yeah, good. Alright. Well, that's a miss. Alright, now Franconian. I suppose you also should get back here, as... like so, and let's see what they do. It's kind of absurd that they sometimes think they can... Alright, so that's a heavy rifle, not the rocket. We still need to account for the rocket. Maybe Telesian can do something over here. Get some experience. Alright, now unfortunately this civilian is over here. Down it goes, very good. Come back. Alright, but what do we do here on this side? Now we got one Reaper, right? No, two Reapers. So two more, potentially. We need to suppress this guy before we attempt anything else. How do we do that? Unfortunately, both shields are over on the other side. If you know what, I still need you over here somewhere, just to make sure. I don't know where the rocket went. You know what, I think I'm just gonna drill a hole here. No, I'm not gonna do that. It may expose us to unwanted. Too far. Alright, move to here. And then take off. Alright. If you move to here. Yes, you can. Good. Do it. And you can even get back. Very good. Finish. We should be okay here. Can you get back? Not really. Alright, so I guess I'll put you here after we're done. Alright, and move to here. You should be safe here. Okay, now there could be a Reaper in here, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure how I can test that. Who has... No one. Jake, can you get over here? Yeah, get moving. There's a rocket. Alright, let's see if we can handle it. Narwhal, can you get back to here and fire? Yes, very good. Just enough. Didn't suppress it, which is bad. Llama horse over here. Do we attempt to kill it? I mean, we should be too far. This is 1, 2, 3. It would need to move 10 tiles before firing, but it may actually have that much range, so I may have overextended here. Well, I guess I'll put the shield over here and maybe... I can't put him there. Yeah, over here should be fine, depending on how I... No, this isn't good anyway either. You can't move anymore, right? Yeah. We do need to check for Reapers. I mean, it's unlikely, but you know, you never know. I really don't want to lose Narwhal. Jay can complete your move. Alright, nothing here. So you can stand over here, for example. Yeah, Narwhal should be safe. Alright, now the last question is, where do we put the shield? Can he get back? Maybe. $32 and 41. Alright, give it a shot, why not? Missed. Alright, shield, you need to get back down here. See, the problem is, even I can put him down here and have him face that way, and the shield will absorb if he takes a direct hit. But the problem is, if he comes under fire and is missed, and it hits finish instead, I don't think he can survive that. But on the other hand, I don't think we really have a choice. Because we can't get back. Just short. Oh, that's why they fly. Diagonal movement. This has to be a bug. Normally diagonal movement costs 4, but if you're flying, diagonal movement costs 3. Now, one thing I could do is perhaps leave Horessus in flight, and that way $39. That's a hit. And we also have Llama Horse available. How much to get back? 56. Actually, you could open fire with an aim shot. Missed. Missed. Okay, so how do we deal with this? So he's 19 tiles away. I don't think just simply moving back these 4 tiles or 5 is gonna cut it. I could put Finish another step outside, but she'll be vulnerable then. You know what? The hell with it. Just crouch and hope for the best. I don't think we can do anything else. Turn around. Trajan, right. There's still you. So, I don't know, just have a look. And get back. Alright, and also Franconian, who is not particularly useful at this point in time. Okay. Did we manage to suppress it, maybe? Where'd it go? Up you go. Give me a visual. There it is. It moved 2 tiles. Well, I'm not gonna complain. Can't fire. Alright. Finish. I don't think you're in a position to fire either. Trajan, have a look over this side. J-Can, up here. We got something? Aha, a heavy rifle. It's not looking our way, so... Alright, so there's a heavy rifle over here trying to make its way through the field. You can see how it moved. And you know what? If Franconian just has a look over this way, and if there's nothing there, I could let Finish stand over here as well. That looks all right. So open fire. And down it goes. And we can even get back. Very good. Alright, and you probably can't get back. Just... fine. You know what, just get back as far as you can and it'll be good enough. But you can land here. Great. Okay, so this guy. We need to deploy into our standard teams. So we have Horaces over here. I'd like you to come to here and we'll move from there. You're fine. And J-Can, get down here. Actually move to here. I don't think this guy is looking in our direction, but let's not make... Alright. And Narwhal, you can start moving. This guy can't reach us, no way in one turn. Telesian, I'd prefer if you didn't fly, but... yeah, it's looking that way, so... we bring Trajan to here. This is... You know, I'm noticing a lot of bugs that I'm pretty sure weren't there in previous versions. I mean, I'm pretty sure I couldn't just fly into one of these hedges. Anyway, Gidirond is also on this side. As well as Forgiven. And Llama Horse. Yeah, that's too far, it's fine. Your position is okay. No complaints. Gunman, I suppose, could deploy over here now. Nothing can come and attack her there. So Eggsy over here. We're going inside of move anyway, so I think we're done. Alright, let's go. Well, hello there. How about a flashbang for breakfast, I guess, or something? If you move to here, and you just back up a bit, and you too. Alright, and harass us over here. We got another rocket, that's fine. Take off, have a look. That's it. Okay. And if you get back to here, you should be safe. So over there, maybe finish. If you take another step forward, can you open fire on its position? Yes, but you're so far away that there's really no point. How about you get in closer? Jaycan can open fire. Aim shot only, but missed. Alright, Trajan, get in here. Talesian has thrown a grenade, so you're done. And XZ, how about you join Jaycan? Fine, Talesian's fine. Where are my snipers? Gidirond. Alright, so it's now safe to stand here, which means I'd like to that was an impressive miss. Hide. Alright, so the rest of our guys, where do we put them? I'd like one to be here, but since this is now torn down because of our fire, it's not as safe as it used to be. This building is completely fine. So let's use it. And Llama Horse over here. Now we'll get up. Lone Gunman. That's way too far. How about you get a bit closer? Franconian. Can you go all the way to here? Yes, but I didn't want you to. Just have a look first. And then hide behind here. So it seems the rocket pulled back, possibly. Now, we only got 2 Reapers, right? Yeah. Out of 4. We should keep that in mind. Trajan, over to Horaces. Right, so that guy's still there. How far can you go? Not far enough. I just tear this down, like so, and maybe that's Stelesian. You can't do anything. Finnish could do something. Great, perfect. Open fire. Before we do that, Franconian, have a look. Alright, heavy rifle. Have a look on this side as well. All clear. Alright, so you can get back, right? Yeah. No hits. And you can move to here. Give it a shot. And we should be way too far for reaction fire, so... But still. JCAM. Alright, very good. Now we need to position ourselves so that this heavy rifle can't open fire, which means XZ needs to move deeper inside. And you can just... Oh wait, this is blown up. That's a problem. But it should be too far, really, to be a threat. And Franconian has enough HP to survive one blast anyway, so should be fine. Sniper, where is my sniper? Over here. Give it a shot. I don't think we can bring any more. Nah, it's too deep inside. Let's just wait. No, wait. We have. Don't we have? Yeah. You need to move to say here, like so. Should be safe here. Alright, now let's see where that heavy rifle went. There it is. Okay, so I think we can suppress it. This really should be too far. If you move to here and take off, will you be able to see it? Yes. How far until you no longer see it? Maybe from over here. This should be fine. Didn't suppress it though. Alright, now what? Can you hit about here? There we go. And now, if you just step up to it, how much did it back? Good. And down it goes. Okay, so let's just confirm. JCAN, where can I put you? Right, we need to start deploying over here and moving our shield forward. Of course, we need to be careful as there's still Reapers around. Alright, if you can land over here, that would be perfect. Like so. Alright. Now the door seems to be open. Alright, give me a range. How far is this? About 30. So moving forward shouldn't be dangerous. Trajan, over on this side. Just stay there, it's fine. And Gadir on the reload. Get over here. Alright, so we'd like JCAN and XE over on this side. As well as, well, I suppose Trajan can be west for now and Horaces will take over as east. So let's bring the rest of our guys closer to this area. Can't move that far. Llama horse. Like so. And Talesian over here. And Forgiven over here. Like so. And I think you'll just turn around, don't need to crouch, as there's nothing else out there. So, go. So I think I'll deploy my center behind that log where Talesian is currently crouching. Over here. But let's first see. Nothing. Just get behind here so you're in cover and just crouch. Alright, now Franconian, I think you have enough move to get to here. Slowly, please. Alright, so now the question is, Alright, it's clear. Good. And you can stay here. Yep, safe from all sides. And our rifles can now join you. Alright, so do we wait or not? I'm in favor of actually waiting. So let's just deploy over here for now. Like so, and Gedirond and Gunman over here. Forgiven here, and let's see. Like so. No need to crouch. And Llama Hordes can just wait here until we check things out. Crassus over here. Yes, where? God damn it. Alright, we're almost certainly far enough to be safe. So Trajan, how about you move to here? Like so. And finish. You're too far. Alright. Yeah, you know what, just close the door and we'll close in, and we'll handle it from there. And that'll be close enough. I'm okay with that. And finish over here. And Gedirond over here. Close the door. You can just stay here, it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does matter because potential Reapers, so just take a few steps back. Okay, now this side. If you just, you know what, just take off and move to here. Nothing inside, apparently. There could be something over. How can we not see it? Alright. And J-Can over here. And we're done for the turn. I think the exterior is pretty much always easier to clear out, but that could be just because of the composition of troops I'm using, very long range oriented. Alright, so it's too far for reaction fire on Narwhal and the others, so let's try and have our snipers do their thing. Easy. Alright, so this side is clear. How much to get to here? 49? Yeah, we can do that. And as you can see, this... Oh, here we go. Rocket. Yep. So Trajan probably shouldn't remain here. How far is this? 27. Get back to here. The shield should keep you safe if it's a direct hit, but otherwise you'll be fine. Right, so I'm thinking maybe if we just take off here. Like so. Maybe we can suppress it. Open fire. Nope. Finish. Well, it's a hit, but meh. Alright, get back down there and close the door. There's no reason not to complain. Yeah, there is a reason. You know what, just get back until this is resolved. Advancing on constructions like these is somewhat difficult when you're dealing with Reapers, but let's see, that's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to here should suffice. Alright, so which way did it go? Probably back. Have a look. Oh, that's very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Cleared out, and somehow we failed to suppress it. That's fine. Snipers do their thing. Alright, with that, I think we're in the clear, so might as well advance to here. Now if you move to here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. A bit further back, like so, should be fine. And Forgiven over here. Talesian as well. And Llama Horse can move to here. You're fine. Right, now this side. So let's have a look. There's another dead Reaper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about to here. Someone will need to close this door. Why? And get back to here. And this should be fine. Now, there could still be someone in the back all the way. I think it's safe to deploy along the door. If something does come out, we'll just kill it. So one tile away from the door, not right next to it. And how do we deploy? Shield in the center. On the sides, and you over here. Finish to here. Alright, and now the other side, Trajan. I'm not really gonna be able to do anything on the other side. Reaction wise, but you know. We should be alright. So I'm pretty confident there's nothing else outside, and let's hope I'm right, otherwise we're gonna have someone on our back very soon. Alright, let's see if there's someone in the back room. Nope, clear. Alright, now let's go upstairs. One heavy rifle turned away. I think it's a heavy. And you can make it, right? Yeah. So, and let's see, Talesian over here. Finish. Narwhal. And let's bring up the rest. And Jaycan. This is perhaps the most boring part, just grinding your way upstairs. Now, this would be slightly more exciting if the hostiles were seasons, as they would attempt to mind control you. If you're into that sort of thing. Okay, I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay, up we go. So, it moved away. That's fine. The question is, are there any Reapers over in that area? And the answer is maybe. How much did I get back? 51. Very good. You'd, How about Llama Horse throws the second one? Keep it in place. Right. Well, get back, I guess. Who's next? Finish. How about you do this? Ah, damn. I forgot. Horessus, maybe you can throw a flashbang. 61. Yeah, just barely. Yeah, do it, why not? Like so, and... Alright, can you... No. Can you get off? No. Well, get back. And... Narwhal, get into position. And next turn up we go. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, it hasn't moved much, so let's just have Narwhal. From here, maybe? Yeah, just do it. Of course you miss everything. That's fine. Have a look. Whoa, that is expensive. Fragonian. Where are you? Can you get there faster? Yes, good. Alright, nothing to worry about. So let's just kill this guy. Talesian. Ah, damn it. How do you miss that? What is wrong with you people? Let's go. And we're moving. Go ahead and have a look. All clear, good. And now we can just take control. Let's see. Can you make it? No. Can you make it? Yes. Go. So... No, that was... Nah. That was not what I wanted. Alright, so over here. And the sniper over here. But I get the feeling we're missing someone. Doesn't seem I've forgotten anyone. Alright, so this is XE and this is JCan. And this is Forgiven, right? That's what I thought. Okay, so Talesian, maybe you can come here, yep. And off you go. There's still one Reaper unaccounted for. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We need to clear a path so it's easier for someone to scout and then get back. So, like so. And now forget Franconian. There's the Reaper all the way in the back. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can't reach us. Not in a single turn anyway. And I don't think anyone else can reach us either. I think it's safe to deploy near the store. And that's what we're gonna do. Now these are 100% blocks, so we're gonna abuse these extensively as we move on. Now I see one rocket, one heavy, and the other 3 are using weapons I can't identify because there's... oh, here we go. Heavy, heavy, and this one's probably also heavy. So lots of heavy rifles. We do need to be careful here, as well as the Reaper, which is obviously a priority target, but is at the moment too far to really be a threat. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it'll be fine. So get back here, close the door. I'd like... let me see. So 5 and 6, and the same pattern on the other side. Who will be in the back? The sniper probably. So Franconian over here, Horasis over here. Given here, J-Can over here, Finish over here, Gunman here, just in case something does come out, we don't shoot our guys in the back. And hopefully a mirror image will be possible on the other side, depending on our movement, obviously. But I think we should be able to reach this. Okay. Okay, and now the assault. There are 6 hostiles, which is a relatively large number. Alright, so 2 rockets. And this guy is a dead man. Okay, with that gone, I can breathe a bit easier now. Now this is actually pretty good. We can suppress these two heavy rifles, and we're only left with that heavy rifle in the back. The question, I'm thinking, if we take a step closer, will we still be able to fire? And I don't think we will. Of course, I'm worried about reaction fire. Yeah, we can't fire from here, which is why I didn't reaction fire on Horestus. Maybe, yeah, we can attempt to throw flashbangs. $61. That's just barely enough. The problem is, if we don't suppress them, they'll be able to move in and grenade us. And we don't want that. But we could attempt to throw flashbangs from this location safely. At least according to the game. Alright, so we got a bit lucky with the flashbangs. So only one remains as a potential. How about Talesian moves to here? How much do you need to throw? 41, 39. I don't think he'll be able to get out of the way. Llama Horse, you're fast enough. Give me another, and hopefully we suppress that guy over there. Nah. Alright, maybe. We can remain inside though. I think. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. This one has been suppressed, and maybe the other heavy will move away, and we can then open fire on him with impunity. Let me check something. Yeah, alright. So over on this side, let's just have our guys. You can get up now, as there's nothing really threatening us. Alright, let's wait. So I'm hoping the heavy rifle in the back moved away. Actually, they both moved a bit closer, which is also fine, I suppose. Except now we can be I see. Well, if you move to here. Alright. And can you get back then? Not really. But the other guys, I think, are too far now. And we can move to here and we'll be safe. Do it. And now, if you just step over here. Yep. Alright, this heavy rifle isn't looking our way anyway. Drop the pistol. No, drop the baton. We're not going to use it. And put the pistol away. And take reaction fire. Ooh, we suppressed it. Excellent. Alright, get back. And, get to it. That's one. And that's two. Alright, so Franconian should be safe. And we only have this rifle to deal with. We could push our guys forward behind here, I think. There's no real need to risk it though. So I'm just gonna let Franconian stay on the other side. And we should be fine, I think. Okay, so this heavy rifle over here is our last threat, and they pulled back, which I think means that if you stand here somewhere, let me just see. Can you throw over this thing? No. If you stand over here, grab your stuff, I suppose. Okay, so I suppose you could take reaction fire and then we move in and mow them down. Do it. Missed, very good. Alright, and now you can grenades are still a problem, so we can't go gung-ho here, but alright, with that guy suppressed, how much to throw? 58, no, not, just high. Alright, so if you just 2, and then, yeah. And it's suppressed. Now all we need to do is suppress this one. Let's try this. Very good. And now we can move in to here and say Forgiven over here. So now they're too far to grenade us. I don't think they'll be able to fire with their rockets. They shouldn't be able to, at least. And because we're at behind 100% cover, they're not gonna fire with the heavy. So next turn we just move up and finish them off. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how it holds up. Very good. Alright, now I think the heavy rifle is turned to the right. Yeah. Alright, we can suppress everyone with a single grenade. And then just move in and mow them down. Go to... Give it a try. There we go, and just get out of the way. Finish. Get over here. Actually, let's... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. The only important thing is that we kill them immediately. Oh, right. XC is in the way. Get out of the way, and now one over here, and you can kill him now. Or you could if you hit anything. That's a hit, good. And let's see, Llama Horse. Where's Franconian? Get over here. Like, maybe over here. Let's get rid of this heavy first. Alright, Trajan. Now unfortunately I pushed him way too far. Exit. If you move to here... I shouldn't have put Talesian here. Now he's in the way. I mean, we should have more than enough firepower to deal with this, but... here. And JCAN can come over this side. And that's it, we're done. 19 aliens killed. XZ2 promoted to Colonel. Interesting.